Hello, and welcome to Battle of the Beast All Generation episode number 134. I'm Adam, and today we got two more beasts fighting out for a spot in round 4. We have two more battles left of this round, and this is the penultimate battle. So, with this, we have two beasts here, which I do like a lot, and quite frankly, make up what is one of the most interesting fights of this series. With one of these beasts making it to round 3 before dying in the previous tournament they were in, and the other beast actually dying in round 2, but having a reputation for being one of the strongest non-special related beasts. I think this matchup has earned its right to be one of the most interesting battles of this round. So let's introduce the beasts. Representing Series 13, the Warrior's Road, the last beast standing of that series, we have book number 6, Koba, Ghoul of the Shadows. Versus his opponent, the representative of Series 21, the Sorcerer's Revenge, the last beast standing of that series, we have Skrar, the Night Scavenger. So these beasts have both earned a great reputation throughout this tournament, and have also earned a better reputation outside this tournament as well. Both these beasts are incredible in my opinion, and they just, well, one has the recognition they deserve, and the other I think deserves more recognition. It has a glaring weakness, yes, but it's still a good beast in general. Let's get to the stats though, so we can learn more about these incredible beasts. At the end of the Warrior's Road, Tom encountered this terrifying shapeshifter. His true form is of a muscular genie-like beast with huge clawed hands, but this school delights in changing into other forms to weaken the resolve of heroes and adventurers who cross his path. Age 400, power 280, magic level 184, fright factor 93, size 140. Powers and abilities is shapeshifting. Koba can shapeshift into any creature he or his foes have seen. He can also shapeshift into beings that never existed out of his own creation. It is unknown if he can transform into beasts, however, it's likely. I hope so. I've been using his ability to transform into beasts. Memory reading and ability replication. Koba retains the memories and abilities of the creature he turns into. Natural weaponry, limited levitation, master deceiver, fear and doubt empowerment, control of the marble castle. Koba control the mechanisms in the marble castle mentally. Corruption and resurrection, which is banned. Equipment, Koba wields any equipment that he holds when he transforms into any beast or person. Weaknesses is wound retainment and finger removal. I have also given him the ability to be able to change his surroundings as well as changing himself, which I think just makes this which will make this battle all the more interesting. So I've given him an ability with, yeah, he can change the environment around him, but it's still a good one. So I wouldn't say there's a problem there. Skrar is a hulking, muscular beast whose body is coated in spiky white fur that can burst into scorchingly hot purple flames. If that isn't terrifying enough, his smooth, scaled serpent-like tail can knock his foes unconscious. Special facts: the heat Skrar gave off during his battle with Tom caused the whole lake to evaporate. Age 429, power 251, magic level 176, fright factor 93, size 292. Powers and abilities: ignitation, natural weaponry, and enhanced durability. Weaknesses: limited ignition. So Skrar cannot keep his body ignited for too long, and excessive use does tire him out. With what I've used Skrar for in the past, Skrar is known for being able to still have quite a hot aura around him, to where he leaves uh, scorched footsteps where he goes. So the battlefield for this one, it's going to be the Central Plains, but because of Koba's ability, it will change, so don't worry about that. And with that, let's get into the battle. As we open up onto the Central Plains, Skrar is making his way around the plains, burning the grass that he steps on, leaving a hoof-like footprint left. He scours the area trying to find his opponent, when he sees something in the distance, almost like a young boy. Skrar, confused of seeing a young boy, makes his way closer to this person without the person noticing. When he gets closer, he realizes, eyes wide in shock, that it's his enemy, which defeated him last, which was Tom. Skrar, out of anger, instinctively pounces towards this boy, in which Tom turns round and, given this sly grin, shapeshifts into God. Okay, I need to think about this now. Pause the battle. Hold on. Okay, sorry, I just had to check something because it's only beasts that Koba can only transform into beasts that he's seen or Skrar seen, so only in this tournament. So back to it. So as Skrar pounces towards this boy who's Koba turns around, gives a smirk of like, yes, you've fallen into my trap, shapeshifts into Krokol and punches Skrar in an uppercut formation, knocking him backwards. Skrar, shocked by this, when it gets up, dazed and confused by this, looks around to see the Central Plains disappearing from beneath him and ending up in a castle of sorts, the Marble Castle. Krokol gives a laugh of satisfaction, and as the lights along the wall starts to slowly dim one by one, Krokol looks at Skrar and says, "You're out of your element, aren't you?" as he backs away into the shadows of the hall. Skrar charges up towards where he last saw Krokol and gets to the end of the corridor but can't see anything. It's gone. He hears this faint, loud buzzing sound coming from around him. He turns around trying to find where this sound is coming from. And at the other end, in a lone spotlight at the end of this corridor, is a swarm of bugs that build up to see Cressa. And Cressa laughs and says, "You are out of your element. You know you're not going to beat this one. I am the best of them all." Koba does, impersonating Cressa as Cressa disperses into multiple swarms. Skrar stays in the middle of the hall, honestly bewildered by what he's seeing. This almost haunted house-esque appearance. Skrar, having wanting nothing to do with this and just wanting to get out, charges towards a door at the end of the corridor, charges right through it, and right when he charges right through it, he finds himself in a forest. A forest, and Skrar is just confused, like where he is. He hears a loud squawking from above him, and a fireball coming straight towards him. Skrar dodges the fireball, looks up to where it comes from, and sees the magnificent ghost phoenix Spyros come down, and says, "You remember me? You killed me cold-heartedly in round 1. And you're not gonna kill me this time, are you?" Skrar charges up to Koba, thinking it's Spyros, and just pins this Spyros down and goes to bite down on the neck before clanging down onto a hard material. He looks around him to see that the background is now turned into a dark cave with a reflecting light coming from what he's standing on, which turns out to be Carixa. Carixa says, "You're not going to beat me that easily," and Carixa uppercuts Skrar, knocking him backwards. Skrar backs away to the corner of the cave, confused at what he's looking at, because he knows this isn't Carixa. He knows he killed Carixa. He knows he's killed Skrar, and he knows that Cressa and Kroko aren't here anymore. So Skrar, confused beyond belief, just stares at Corixa as Corixa, with a crooked neck, just laughs at Skrar's confusion and says, "You have no idea what you're dealing with. As I said, you are out of your element. Be prepared to battle the Lord of Combat, the most powerful of them all. I am inevitable." And as a red fog swirls around Corixa, Koba appears from the fog, greeting Skrar, saying, "I am Koba, and you are my latest victim." He charges up towards Skrar, ready to attack. Skrar, getting back to reality here, turns around, uses his tail, and just batters Koba around the head, knocking Koba to the side. Koba says, "Huh, so you can fight. I thought you were just going to be a chicken the whole time." Skrar roars in anger and charges towards Koba. Koba disappears from sight as he reverts to Cressa, and the background changes again. This time to Loch Aran. Now, I know both of them haven't been there, but Skrar's... No. Both of them haven't been there, but I decide where they go. Loch Aran they're at now. As Skrar was mid-jumping, as the background changed, he falls straight into the loch. Boiling the water around him, Koba goes to the edge of the loch, disguised as Corixa, staring at the pitiful excuse of Skrar just swimming there. Koba just stares at Skrar, trying to get out. Skrar, not wanting to use all of his energy, doesn't want to evaporate this lake, because he knows if he does, Koba's going to have the great opportunity to take care of him. Koba, disguised as Corixa, absorbs the sunlight going down on Loch Aran and shoots a beam directly at Skrar, knocking him backwards. Skrar, dazed by this, roars in anger and dives underwater, trying to get away as fast as he can. But unfortunately for Skrar, he knows that, unfortunately for Skrar, the water around him is bubbling, and Koba could see exactly where Skrar is. Right before Skrar's about to jump out of the water for freedom, Koba changes the background again, this time to a volcano, where Skrar's now on the edge of the volcano, turning around to stare at Spyros now. He says, "You are out of your element. Why don't you just give up now and let me kill you?" Skrar pounces towards Spyros, ready to just pin him down out of anger and frustration. He pins him down and pretends to go to bite down before Koba changes back into Corixa, and Skrar stops and knew that was going to happen. Actually wraps his tail around Corixa, pinning her down to the floor with his weight, but also his tail trapping her arms, and then inserts a bunch of heat inside of Corixa as he begins to let out some of his heat, burning up the Diamond Warrior. Corixa, actually as Koba, starts screaming in pain about this and changes the background to water to cool himself down. Skrar, staying exactly where he is, bursts into a ball of flame, evaporating the lake that they are in, Loch Aran, let's say, and still continues to burn Corixa point blank at this intense heat, where she can feel herself starting to melt. Koba changes into Cressa to get away and reverts back to his normal form, with burn marks all over him, staring at Skrar. As the lake has fully evaporated now, Skrar, standing ever so weakly, trying not to fall asleep, sees that Koba has tons of burn marks over him and scratches and bites over him. something that Skrar was able to inflict on him, and Skrar not wanting to fall because he knows if he falls he's not going to get back up. Skrar makes his way towards Koba as Koba makes his way towards Skrar, tauntingly saying, "You do have a strong bite, and you are a very hot beast. I look forward to using you in my next battle. But you're not going to be there for it, and you know you're not." Skrar resisting the urge to fall down, charges up towards Koba one last time and pins him down. And the first thing Skrar says is, "See, I know your low energy as well, because you would have transformed into something by now. So that means you're close to death as well." He wraps his tail around Koba's neck and starts choking him out as Koba's digging his claws into Skrar's neck, just scratching, causing blood to gush out of Skrar's neck, but Koba's gasping for breath at the same time. With what little energy Skrar has left, he erupts into a ball of flame, just burning Koba even more. Koba roaring in pain, not having the energy to change the background or himself, is just trying his hardest. His fingernails are too short to get into the vital organs of Skrar's neck. And at that point, Skrar bites down onto Koba's head, twists it, and snaps Koba's neck. As at that point, Skrar then collapses to the ground, exhausted from the amount of flames that he has just produced. After a few hours of rest, Skrar is able to get back up and limp his way across Tangala to Avantia, ready for the next battle. And with that, Skrar has won, Koba has lost. If you think Koba should win, please don't comment below. I think that how my words final, and Skrar's moving on to the next round. Now, this battle is easily one of the best battles, hence why it's such a long video. But I gave Skrar the victory here, because Koba is established to be a cunning but egotistical beast, whilst Skrar, I believe, is titled as a non-stop fighter, maybe cunning as well. So Skrar wouldn't give up no matter what unless his body forces him to, and whilst he feels that he was forced to quit, he refused to. He stuck around for as long as he can, and that's what he did. But Koba, having the egotistical, trying to put doubt into Skrar's mind, but Skrar never lost any doubt that he was going to continue fighting. He was going to fight to the bitter end. So this may be a bit of a controversial pick, really, on who won. But I did give Skrar I had to give Skrar the victory, because ultimately the egotistical beast, really, he's overconfident in his powers, and for it to be backfired against him, to where Skrar was able to predict what Koba's next move was going to be, I think actually made a great battle. So, yeah, you may not be happy about the result, but, like, Skrar played Koba like a fiddle, predicted what was going to happen, and was able to take enough energy out of Koba, whilst also taking energy out of himself, to prevent Koba from actually doing anything else. And his sharp nails that he has, that's his only natural weapon. So when he's himself, he can't actually attack much. So I'd say in their natural state, Skrar would have won. With the transformation states, yes, Skrar got out of his element, but he persevered and became the next beast to make it through to round 4. But with that, that's all for this time. We got one more battle around 3 left, and with that, that's all for this time. As I said, if you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, press the notification bell down in the corner below, and I'll see you next time.